So I want to start tonight's little thought about is how close are you to zero? So let me try to explain this. So the question, how close are you to zero? Well, what do I mean? So the whole adage is you take a tape measure and you measure something, and then you want to be able to mark that spot. So say you pull the tape measure and you want to measure 5 inches and 5/8, 5 inches, 5/8 of an inch. So you put your little pin mark there. Now, you got to make a cut. Are you cutting on the line? Are you cutting before the line? Are you cutting after the line? Now, are you dealing with the thickness of the pin? There's an infinite smaller denomination to get to that level. I'm thinking of, you can go into your vernier calipers and stuff like that, micrometers and various other increments as you try to get to zero, meaning to the actual measurement. And it's a really unique thought about trying to chase zero. Because, when I started out learning to measure things, holding the dumb end of the tape measure or holding the flashlight, stuff like that as a kid, my father, would draw, pull out the tape measure, put a framing square or a speed square there, and then draw a line. And then he tells me, okay, cut the line or cut to the right of the line or to the left of the line. And so that way, when we put something together, it would make a difference. And I remember one time I did it as an experiment. I was like, okay, well, what if I did the other side? It's only so thick. And sure enough, at the end, it didn't come together because it wasn't on the mark. Now, from that time of just learning, my dad telling me cut the line, to me experimenting and then moving on in life and finding that I now can use a micrometer to make measurements, other devices to make minute measurements to get you closer to zero. Well, life's kind of the same way. We find ourselves as we progress in life and we learn new skills, new abilities to help ourselves self-regulate, deal with emotions, being able to handle the emotions of others around us. At first, it's kind of interesting because I look at my sons and how they fight with each other. They're not far from each other as an age, and they kind of bicker and fight, but they're learning. They're learning how to control their tones, their anger, their reactions to others, because life isn't just as simple as, well, it's close enough. No, sometimes as we learn, we have to be better. And as we become better, then that mark of zero is even a little bit more. And we find ourselves each time reaching a little bit more to be a little bit better, to be a little more kinder to those around us. So this week, with what we got left, I want you to think about what is your zero. What is something that you could do to help others as you self-reflect and better yourself? That then will proceed to improve the world around us. Because we all live on this single blueberry, and there ain't no other place to go. So, see what you can do. You're not alone. God loves you. I love you. And until we ride again, thank you.